All right, and we're live. Yay. Okay. And I'll just get the other camera going and we can get things going. So how are you, Yamanu?
Oh, I'm fine.
Hmm.
I haven't caught anything that I know of.
Hey, so far so good. Yeah, what really is depressing is when you're feeling funky and you know it's allergies. Because I've been dealing with sinus congestion and stuff like that, but I know it's all because of allergies, and so just have to bear with it. But it could be worse.
Oh, yeah.
So at least I know what it's not. So wait, all right, there we go. Got my backup camera here, so I need to condense down to like MP4 format, all the rituals that I've taped, so that I can post them. But yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pick up the camera so you can say hi to Darren.
What's up, brother?
Oh, show him that plate of miniature food.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize it was over there. But doesn't that look great, Darren?
Wow, the modeler in me is fucking envious.
Yeah, it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It looks. Are those fake oysters?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, give somebody a boost, I guess. But okay, that should do it. Okay, and we've got a couple of folks on. Thank you guys. Thank you for bearing with me, because I probably need to post the rituals. Will start at 7:30, because then I'll be a little early to about on time. But let's see. Yeah, made it on time. Yes. Don't worry, Joshua. I'm just getting started. So
Our sundial was bumped a little bit, so we didn't know what time it was.
well, there's a joke about pagan time, and if you go to powwows, there's a joke about Indian time. Because they're not concerned about doing it on the dot. They're concerned about doing it when everybody's ready. So
yes, we forgot to adjust the sundial and flip the hourglass.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, but we're here now, and that's the important part. So I hope everyone's doing well. It's been another week. I feel like I got a lot of good stuff done this week. I hope everyone else is feeling like it's been a productive week, or at least like you're better now than you were a week ago. So let me go ahead and grab my vase so we can cleanse ourselves. That's going to be some extra effort for you, Darren.
I'm being teased. It's not fair.
Darren.
I'm being teased because I have a disability and a fabulous smile.
Darren, you're being teased for your mind.
Oh, worse. I'm being teased because I have an intellectual issue.
That intellectual issue is you're full of mischief. So here, I'm going to get my my little pal here to hold my place. So she's just off camera. But here we go. Alrighty. And incidentally, there have been a lot of folks who've been posting videos of various rituals online. I today I watched part of one that was a Sumerian ritual, and they did a lot of post production and like put some music in it and all that. But what's cool is they point out, okay, you can participate along with this. Have a candle to light, things like that. So I guess that kind of goes without saying. If you're watching on your phone or something, you have a way to put this, by your own altar or whatever, then by all means, join along. So we can be, doing things simultaneously and just build up that much more good vibes. So we'll start off with our purification so we can, get in a good frame of mind. These cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me, as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Nutshuru. I come unto you without falsehood and without evil. My purity is upon my hands, my purity is within my heart, and I have cast out all evil that pertains to me. And I'll give you a little bit. I tell you what, you want me to just bring the basin over? Here you go. Hey, at least it's not water from the fridge. Funny story.
More importantly, it's not water from the toilet.
We're supposed to be cleansing our brains, Darren.
See, it's much cleaner than what I said. It's working, isn't it?
Well, no, but there was a ritual where we were getting started, and so I put all of our ingredients in the refrigerator because we were over at a friend's house, the local Covenstead, and that included the bottle of water that was going to be for ritual lustration. So that water that we were going to use to cast over our hands was in the refrigerator. And so the poor girl, the first one that got it, I poured it over her hands and she just winced like, oh, that's cold. You know, I'm like, yeah, well, these cool waters are upon you.
And they are cleansing you. That is pain.
Yeah. Huh?
I was about to say, they must have been really cool water.
Yes, very much so. So you don't use water from the fridge for doing a ritual lustration of yourself. Yes. But yes, it will definitely exorcise the demons. And so our purity is within our hearts. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Okay. All right. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light.
Receive the light.
Yes. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes, and we are purified with it. So,
receive the light.
yes. Bringing it around in a circle, so that may its light reach to the four corners of the earth, casting out evil and bringing purity in its place. Receive the light. Okay. You arise in the Akhet as Khopri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from Nun at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Nutshuru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out Desfet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. And let us give an invocation to Neith, the goddess who's at the center of our altar tonight. There would be a feast of going forth of Neith in the city of Esna in the southern part of Egypt right about this time. And funny thing, it happens to coincide with Mother's Day this weekend. So since Neith is the great mother of creation, it would be appropriate for us to honor her tonight. And the little shrine that's next to her is, I guess, my idea of what her shrine in Sais might have looked like. And I've got a little symbol for her, and the Sphinx next to it is representing Tutu, who is her son. So, Imhotep Neith. Come in peace, Neith the Great. Imhotep Neith Muat Nocheru. Come in peace, Neith, Mother of the Gods. Imhotep Neith Nebetzal. Come in peace, Neith, Mistress of Sais. Imhotep Neith Muaten Muatu. Come in peace, Neith, Mother of Mothers, who is like no other. Okay. Here we go. Take these, your cool waters, O Nochiru, which are the eye of Horus. O Neith, O Ra, O Nochiru, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Nochiru, that you may be purified with it. And it's especially significant here because the great flood, that would be Meheteret, the primeval cow who embodied the inundation and was identified with Neith. We give you incense. We give you incense, great of purity. Its fragrance is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. There we go. Right. Take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Nochiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. And our wine. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. I fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Neith, O Nochiru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. Make sure we keep it standing up for it. Okay. And this particular instance has a little bit of cinnamon in it, so I'm going to use that for our tea ships. I humbly ask Neith give a little bit of guidance and opening the way so that we can make some more incense. That's actually something that she was also in charge of, was making perfumes and incenses. You might always consider her a patron saint of or patron goddess of chemists.
Hope there's something she must share with fast.
I always get the sense that Neith makes it and Bast just enjoys it. Pure is Ra Horaketi within his house. Pure is Neith within her house. Pure are the cause of Ra and Neith with this good T-ships that is given. Pure are the cause of all of these nurturers with this good T-ships which is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Horaketi, for Neith, and for their needs, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Horaketi. Come to your bodies, O Neith, O nurturer. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings, and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra and Neith and their needs. All life comes from them. All good fortune comes from them. All health comes from them. All stability comes from them as it has since the first time. O Ra Horaketi, O Neith, and your son, the Osir Nisid Nipkapura. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings. Receive them from our hands. And now let us recall our blessed dead. We'll light a candle for them, offer some incense, and some water. And at this point, this would be a good time to remember those that we've lost recently and those that flew west a while ago but are still missed. You will be in our hearts always until it is our turn to come join you. But we are in no hurry. Poor thing. I know we have a good peaceful vibe going right now because Darren dozed. It's okay, bub. Orekere tahen kets kakao abdus nechermerhat kutnibet nafred wabet anchet necherim and kawe naku punibu macheru nibu her nechera. And there we go. Now we'll present Ma'at before the gods. Symbolize it with a Yotsuba feather. We come unto you, O Ra, O Neith, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased, and your ka shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. And to honor our Natsuru, first I'm going to read something for Neith, and then we'll peek over at our YouTube feed and see who else is with us. If you've got a deity that you wish to offer, that you want to request we read a hymn to, we can do that here. But we'll start off with Neith, who is enjoying her feast this weekend. Hail unto you, O Neith, the great, the one who existed before existence, you who made all that is, who created all that exists. Eldest of the primeval gods, fashioner of Ra, mother of Ra, who was at the beginning. Unique one without equal, mistress of destiny, regent of fortune, earth is under your command. One does not make plans without your knowledge. Queen of the gods in heaven, sovereign of the gods in the earth, mistress of the bow, regent of the arrow, who keeps the arrow demons under your authority. Mistress of great fear, who created the twin crocodiles. Life and death are under your supervision. You fill the sky and earth with your beauty. Light the two lands with the rays of your eyes. You encompass your son as the light of the two lands. Father of fathers, who makes fertile the seeds of gods and men. Great cow, who nourishes all things. Mother of mothers, who is like no other. Okay. Now again, bear with me as I walk across the camera. Hello, everyone. Oh, okay. Him to happy. I think I've got something for that. Yeah. Let me pull up one of my books. And howdy to everyone who's, in the chat. Let's see. Secret text. Alrighty. Him to happy is the inundation. Mighty is happy in his cavern, his name unknown to those below, for the gods do not reveal it. You people who extol the gods, respect the awe his son has made, the Lord of all who sustains the shores. O joy when you come! O joy when you come, O happy! O joy when you come! You who feed men and herds with your meadow gifts. O joy when you come! O joy when you come, O happy! O joy when you come! And of course, this would definitely be appropriate around Egyptian New Year's. And we're actually 2 months out from Egyptian New Year's. So we'll definitely have to, do some live streaming for that. But boo-boo. You okay? Sorry, I just had to step off camera for a minute. Okay. I did have a couple of prayer requests. Just from friends that are dealing with unemployment and depression, and of course, it is a very difficult time right now for everyone, and so a lot of people are struggling with that. And with those in mind, um, let us offer our prayers to Ra and to the mother of Ra, Neith the Great. I just recently started working with Neith a couple of years ago, and there's, you know, she doesn't teach you all at once. She makes you figure things out on your own. But one thing that I definitely get from her is the sense that if you've got a problem, come to her. She can help you, take care of it. It's pointed out in a lot of books on mythology, a lot of texts that she created the evil one by spitting into the waters of noon. I think what she would like to point out is, I created him, I can destroy him. That's the sense that I got from her. So if you're afraid and you got a problem, don't hesitate to call out to Neith and ask her, Great Mother, please help. So, any other requests?
Not at the moment.
You seem pretty chill right now. We've got my husband very relaxed in the background. So, okay, I'm going to step across the camera again because it's a little hard to read from this distance. Oh, okay. I've got a request for Cirquette. By the way, hi to Joshua, Michael, Blue Lotus. I guess Finlyle. I hope I'm saying it right. Howdy to everyone. And let's read for Cirquette then, because I do have something for her. And I just said, here we go. Okay. Session Circuits. Hail, O Circuit, O noble lady, Circuit Hettit, giver of breath. Come unto me, O Lady of Heaven, drive out every evil that is in my body. With your fire in your mouth and your flame before you, set your spells against all those who wish me ill. Mistress of your mansion among the undying stars, mistress of the cavern who protects the bark of Ra. Hail, O Circuit. And definitely, I pray, Circuit, please be with those who are struggling with this disease, for you're the one who makes throats breathe. Breathing is your specialty along with Shu. May you both help those who are struggling to find their breath as they contend with this illness that no one has seen before. And those that are at risk, including my beloved who's sitting behind us, I pray to Circuit very often for him. Please help those that are dealing with chronic issues like asthma to make it through this time and to keep from getting sick and to not end up in the hospital with just everyday issues, because that can be a reality for some people. And especially right now, that's a tough thing to contend with. So, please be with us and please help everyone that has to use inhalers to be able to get their medicine, because those things are too expensive. And that, of course, is the work of man. But if there's any way to help people to find the means to make sure they have the medicine that gives them that breath of life, that would be my prayer to Circuit, to Neith, and to all of the gods. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Alrighty. Well, would you guys like to hear something that I wrote over the weekend?
Sure.
Okay. because I was thinking of folks like our friend Jory, and folks that deal with depression, and sometimes the most extreme form of that. So this is a little poem that I wrote here. It is titled "The Jackal Draws His Blade." So, with quiet patience he works the scale, jackal's ears and jackal's face, human hands and God's soul. He weighs each person's heart with care against the sacred feather of truth, listens to their testimony, words of lives now in past tense. Mild-mannered, he kneels to Osiris. The jackal's job is to serve, not to fight. Other gods take up that task, to defend Ra's creation with sharp blades and fierce eyes. But this keen jackal's ears prick up. He hears distant cries of anguish, of pain, and behind each of them a terrible whisper. Unspeakable lies from the unspeakable one. Twisted distortions of sacred truth, a million shattered shards in the form of tortured thoughts of worthlessness and doubt, of sadness and self-hate, depression, destruction, and longing for death. But Anubis, that great jackal at the scales, knows those words for what they are. They are the lies of the enemy of all Ra has made, subtle temptations beckoning to oblivion. As he stands at the balance of truth, the gateway between life and death, precarious fulcrum between hope and despair, Anubis resolves to answer, to defend those crying for help, to protect creation itself beating within countless anguished hearts. The jackal draws his blade. With eyes of truth he stares down the evil one, serpent tempter of souls seeking only their ruin. The jackal draws his blade and lunges forth. Does the sword of Anubis find its mark? Does the jackal strike down the snake? For every person who stays their own hands, puts down the bottle, the pills, the gun, Anubis' stroke is true. Our every choice fulfills his task. His success is up to you.
That is awesome.
Thanks. I'm going to be posting that for my peeps on Patreon, but then later on I'll share it. Of course, you guys got to hear it read live.
You need to put that in a prayer book somewhere.
Sure, yeah, that's definitely. Well, this is the kind of inspiration you can get listening to techno. So, yeah. But okay, I think we got some more folks on here. I'm just gonna peek over and see what you guys have said here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, well, good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I managed to get something up on the website, and since I'm over by my drafting table, I can show you. If you go on the website now, there's actually a couple of color PDFs that you can download. And if you ever want to make brochures or something, if you're going to like a Pagan Pride or something like that, that's a free resource I put up. And this is one of them. I'll put it where you can kind of see it. There we go. Oh, and it's backwards. But
of course it's backwards.
Yeah.
Cameras are dyslexic.
Yeah, well, it's set to mirror. But it says ISIS, not ISIS. And I actually had this at... This is stuff that I've done for World Religion Day. And like this one, it explains, the difference between Islamic State and the Goddess. And I also have another one, and it's actually a nicer color on the website. But again, backwards, it says, do Egyptian pagans worship idols? And I actually have a few things, Yamanu, you and Wolf and a couple of other folks contributed some thoughts that are in here. But also, again, if you're trying to explain what we do to people, that's something that you can pull up and that you can point to people and say, yeah, like that.
Just tell them you walk like an Egyptian. They'll understand it.
Ha! You walk like an Egyptian. Oh, okay. So to you guys, it's not backwards. Cool. All right. Yeah. Just for some reason on mine, it's mirrored, but that must be something with my camera. And I just realized, hold on. I'm going to adjust this a bit because I've got y'all are getting a really good view of Megatron and not the altar. There we go. That's better. I think I see Prying Pandora, Celery, and Lilith. Nice to see you guys. shout outs. Anybody else got any more prayer requests?
Welcome.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we're thinking of somebody else who does a Sunday podcast from Germany, and he must be a fan of John Oliver because he'll say welcome, welcome, welcome. So only it's with a Berlin accent, so it's kind of cute. But okay, just got my altar. Can look at that. I hope my altar can look that good one day. Well, this has been something that's built up over many years. What I may have to do is a little video that shows stages over time of my altar, because it started off way smaller than this. This is like 10 years worth of accumulating, and I have to give a shout out to Darren, because the nice table that this is on, which was a small entertainment center, he got that for my birthday one year, or actually no, it was like an Egyptian New Year gift, I think. Well, my birthday's right after Egyptian New Year, the way we celebrate it, so it's like it's like having your birthday at Christmas. You can kind of confuse which gift it was.
It's called anything for Boo.
Yes, anything for Boo. So, okay. Yeah, I'll have to turn the camera around one next time so you guys can see him, and if you're not feeling too shy.
I can do that.
Huh?
I can do that.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, guys. I don't know, there's some living with family. Yeah. Well, don't feel discouraged if you don't have an altar set up, because it's you don't need all the tools just to honor the gods and to feel them in your heart, but a lot of it is just as you go along, and you get your own space. They get a home when you've got a more comfortable space to live in. When I started out as a Buddhist, we were in this cramped 1-bedroom apartment, and the space that I had was on top of the dresser. That was it. And so I only had so much time that I actually could do anything there. Because I like how your dad put it. You had in the first apartment of ours, you had to step outside just to change your mind.
Yeah.
So yeah.
If I could add something.
Okay.
For those of you who do not have an altar, realize something. You have a ka and a ba.
Mm.
In those two things, you have an altar.
Mm.
When you do not have a space, the one thing that is paramount is you must take care of yourself, because without you, they do not survive.
Because your body is the temple.
Yes.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay, and it's cool. I'm glad to see y'all are talking back and forth, and that's cool too. That's what we're all about here, is just having a community, and being able to come together and be better for it. The sum is what was it? The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Right, Gestalt theory. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Yeah. So that's us. So. Okay. And okay, Nicole, hey, welcome. Got a few more folks. Glad to see you here. We've been honoring goddesses and reading some things. Anybody else got any more any requests for good vibes for us to send your way? Anything good going on?
Well,
let's see.
I would always ask for good vibes. I always need them.
Yeah, we all could use good vibes. And I don't know about you guys, but it just seems like the sky has been so much clearer lately. I think maybe because there's less traffic and less pollution. It's just been really wonderful. And so I hope everybody gets a chance to enjoy some, good sunny weather like that.
Yes, we do not need a 24-hour world.
Okay, let me step across so I can read here. Oh, okay. Oh, somebody just had a baby 2 days ago. All
Yay!
right.
Congratulations!
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, definitely. It is really hard to find things for Tauret, and even when I was trying to research stuff for my last book, it was really, really hard to find something for her specifically. I think a lot of things, kind of borrow from Hathor, but let's see if we can sort of compose something on the fly here. Where is it? All right. And she has a feast coming up in the month of June too, so maybe this could be a research project. We can try and get some things for Tauret. But definitely for Tauret and for Bess, I need to do some artwork of Bess too because I got a request for that. But we have to remember that just as some people are leaving this world, there are other people who are coming into it. Whether it be for the first time or, to start over. And, it's something to think about is they're coming into a world that we can't imagine. We know what it was like, before this virus. They won't know a world without it. So, that's something to think about because, sooner or later you figure out things move on, things adapt. So, hello Tauret. Dua Tauret, Nacharitat. Hail, adoration of Tauret, great goddess. Dua Tauret, Durat Hakau. Adoration of Tauret, great of magic. A great lady, protectress of children, and protectress of mothers. Please be with our friend Nicole and her newborn child, and keep them from evil, and point them on the good paths.
Keep them well.
Yes, keep them well, and let them help build what is to be the future. And yes, congrats on the little one. We need to make some Egyptian coloring books and things for kids.
Lots of folks are also celebrating fast at this time.
Best, okay. Well, I know her Feast of Chewing Onions was. Well, it depends on when you.
Yeah, it's very unclear on that one.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is, there were different places that had it at different times. Because there's one entry for it at Medinet Habu at one point in the year, and then there's an entry in another calendar for about a month later. And so, it kind of varied, but yeah, springtime is a good time for Bast. So, okay. So, yeah, and we'll go ahead and read something for Bast, too.
Is this the part where we get Kitty at my foot and I want to touch it?
I don't know if you heard that, but Darren asked if is this the point where we sing Kitty at my foot and I want to touch it? And for those of you that remember that 90s group.
Meow, 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 meow.
Well, what's funny is the author who wrote Circle of Isis said, that she had written something for Bast and said, okay, have everyone get it out of their system beforehand and sing the Meow Mix song.
Meow, meow,
Meow, meow, meow, meow, meow, meow, meow, meow. Yeah. Yeah, of course, that has me thinking about annoying my roommate in school, me and a classmate singing that. And she's like, stop it, I don't know you people. Because we were singing the Meow Mix song. So... And I have a little statue of Bast, and she is right next to Hathor, on the shrine, kind of behind Neith in her house. So, and I actually picked that up at an exhibit on divine felines of ancient Egypt. It was a small exhibit, but it was pretty fun. So. Haras Bastet, Nebet Merit, Nebet Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life. Satatum, Tepi and Neberger, Necherita, Nebet Pet, Hennet Necherinibu. Daughter of Amun, of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all, greatest goddess, Lady of Heaven, mistress of all the gods. And the rest of this is in English. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows. You slay the evil one and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, mistress of perfume, mistress of joy. O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. I tell you what, I still remember my brother's girlfriend at the time. She had a cat, and somehow they had a stuffed snake. It was just a doll, and she tossed it to the cat. And I watched that cat grab hold of that thing and start tearing at it with her back claws. And I was like, "Good kitty." That's a servant of Bast right there.
That's it. I know exactly what to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, okay, sorry guys, I'm just gonna slip across because somebody said a digital art tablet. I think I'll draw a Kemetic coloring storybook. Cool. Well, I would say, Sal, don't limit yourself to just a digital tablet. If you can draw on pencil and paper and scan it, that's how I do all of my work. And the nice thing about paper is it's a lot cheaper than a digital tablet. But definitely. And that's something I'd be interested in doing on another channel if I could just get a little bit of time to make some videos and actually talk a little bit about drawing and some of the things that I learned when I was in art school, because the teachers that taught me have retired. And they don't teach art like that anymore. And, definitely because I was wanting to be an animator, even way back in the 90s when I was in college the first time, I took a lot of classes in figure drawing and stuff like that. And they don't, a lot of places don't teach that anymore. So I would be happy to share it in another channel if I could just, get some videos scripted out. Okay, and I was just turning. To scan it, I need to ask my dad, and then I'd have to explain. Yeah, okay. Definitely that would be a technical issue, if he's got the scanner. Yeah, we'd have to figure out a workaround for that. But
take a picture of it with your phone.
Well, see, you wouldn't get very good resolution at that point. Now, what you can do, well, and see, there we run into the issue with the COVID lockdown, because before all of this, you could go into someplace like Office Creepo, and I can call it that because I used to work there, but they could put something on the copier and scan it for you and basically give it to you as a PDF file.
You could put it on a thumb drive or a hard
right.
drive.
Yeah. So but the problem with that is you can't waltz into the store now and do that, and not until they lift those restrictions. So, but that is an option. You could get something that you could digitally manipulate after you get it scanned at, a copy place. And that's the nice thing about, copiers now is, because they're, when I started out, you didn't have the ability to go take a jump drive to, a copy machine, but now you can. But we'll have to get together and talk about that, And I guess that's another thing, because we have patrons and patronesses of the arts, not only Ptah. I think Jehuti would be a patron of animators, because that's kind of a blending of art and science, when you think about it. And definitely now, because so much of it is done on computer, that would definitely be in his purview. So, yeah. But, okay. And the art school that I'm hoping to go to, teacher's figure drawing, excited for that. Okay. Yeah. Well, hey, good luck. Definitely good luck. If you want to ask me any questions about something like that, I don't know, because they got rid of Messenger on YouTube. So I don't know, but, if you're on Facebook or go on the Kemetic Reform website and, send me an email and I'll, try to check that, on a more timely basis. But I'm, happy to help other artists that want to learn. Just be aware that if you want to try and do this for a living, you kind of have to make your own work, and especially women that are trying to get into graphic design and stuff like that. There's depending on where you go, there's some gender bias with that.
I've never seen anywhere where there wasn't gender bias with that.
Well, there might be some places if you're out on the left coast, maybe, or something like that. But at least the places that I've seen, they seem to think that ability to do graphic design is somehow gender linked, and that's been an issue for me. But that's why I do the things on Etsy that I do. But yes, I'm always happy to share knowledge of that too. So. All right, well, that's great, and I'm glad to happen to be talking to somebody. Don't mean to ignore everybody else. I'm glad all of you are here. We've been having a good time, and I think some good vibes. I always know that we've got something good going when Darren starts to get sleepy, because that means that the energy is nice and calm and chill and good. So.
In other words, you don't have to be lighting any blue or white candles.
Yeah, and make sure it's blue light and not purple, because if you do that by mistake, you end up getting weird dreams, and I've been there. That's not fun. But maybe that's something I can save for another video.
Yeah.
Because I think somebody actually went back and watched the video that I did on altar safety, and talked about things like when we had our friends out in the woods had an altar that like nearly burnt to the ground.
Yeah, that was the coolest thing ever.
That was the Yule log, I believe.
Yeah, because we had a bloat right after the main ritual, which was kind of eclectic Wicca, and then there's this beautiful bloat, and we said some wonderful prayers, and we went inside for feasting, cakes and ale, and somebody looked out the window and said, "Hey guys, the altar's on fire." So you see a bunch of people rush out there. I went out there and was like, because they had gathered up a bunch of offerings for the food bank, yeah, which included toilet paper, yeah, and so I ran out there, was like throwing things off of the altar so that it wouldn't catch fire, and the others were trying to get the fire hose or the water hose, and that was really something.
What was funny was some of the cans of tomato sauce exploded. Yes,
some of the canned foods got hot and exploded. That was like that added to the excitement.
Hilarious.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and one thing I do have to share with you guys tonight, because the offerings, I got some cheese and some really nice oatcakes from one of the nicer grocery stores in town.
You were holding out.
Yeah, well, actually, no. Darren has his own, but I was waiting to have these. It's like, I'm going to offer these this weekend first, because they're really good. But okay, your thinking is, when you're going to offer something, if you get something that's of value and gee, I don't get this every day, you think, let me go and offer this first, right? Well, last time I went grocery shopping, I managed to find a roll of toilet paper. And so I'm holding this as I'm going to put it away, and I'm thinking, I finally got another one of these, and for a second I thought maybe I should offer this first, and then I stopped and said,
Yeah, they got their own. They're wrapped,
well, no, but my thought is this the rabbit hole that we're down now? Okay, we're to a point where toilet paper is a rare enough commodity to consider offering to the gods. Yeah. So,
Thanks for putting up with our shit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
This is involving toiletries. We're not supposed to involve toiletries.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. There's purity issues here. Of course, granted, it's a brand new roll. It hasn't been used, obviously, but still, I'm like, wait. So no, that did not go on the offering plate. But I did realize, wait, that we're in a strange place now, because this is enough of a commodity to consider, even for half a second. So.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hand sanitizer.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I went to a Passover Seder one year where we were using hand sanitizer, and this was like a while back. So, strange how that worked out. But,
yeah, you mentioned the hand sanitizer being used.
Yeah. Okay, anyhow. Oh, okay. Joshua had a comment or had a question about the Kemetic Reform, which is the lector priest. Insights and some dreams relating to Hika, understanding of what I have to do in order to follow this route. Well, for me, the first thing is always read up on it. If you feel a drawing to something, read up on it. If you're part of, I know the Following the Sun forum's been quiet lately, and I need to try and figure out what I'm going to do with that. But if you can find us on Facebook, just mention in your like answer to the questions that you follow our rituals on YouTube, and so we can you can talk with us there, and again, email me through the Kemetic Reform website, and we'll see if we can keep working on that, because Kemetic Hub, because that was the one that the red things allowed. Definitely you want to start researching the Egyptian language.
If I remember correctly,
the
word that they used to use other than that, lector priest, I think.
Yeah, the lector priest. But what it literally means is the one who is over or over or under the festival book, the scrolls, and so they're the ones that would read the texts aloud. I get the sense that while you had like the head priest was sitting there, putting the offerings down or striking the flint to light the torches and the incense, it was the Kerihab that was reading the texts aloud, as the accompaniment. And so their job involved a lot of, you'd be working with Jehuti a lot, if you want to be involved as a Kerihab. So good luck with that, and feel free to ask us, we'll, it's, two heads are better than one, so on. Okay, so goodness, what time is it, y'all? Is it
supper time?
It's 8:20. Okay, so it's been about an hour. Well, guys, y'all feel ready to wrap it up for tonight?
Any questions for the divine?
Did you
see if anybody wants to do a fortune cookie?
I think Darren was wanting to know if anyone had any questions for divination. And you know what? I tell you what, guys, because y'all have some things that you're interested in doing. I don't do very much divination other than stuff like with the fortune cookies. And that's something that I know there are other folks that do it, through other, forms of paganism, experimentation, whatever. I would be happy to do like a little group chat or something about divination, and y'all could probably teach me some things.
Yeah.
So if y'all wanted to do that, I would love that. We can figure out a good time to do it.
Get Sabora.
Huh?
Sabora, myself, and a couple of others will definitely help you with that.
Oh yeah, and if y'all want to, Cool. Oh, okay. And yeah, the Joshua was asking about being a K Hub has Konsu as his patron. Okay, well you're you're definitely work with him, and you're in good company because Jehuti and Konsu, kind of have some professional connections. So yeah.
We wouldn't have the days on the ear.
Mhm. But okay, yeah. Well, this, yeah. I guess that we'll start to wrap this up for now. But I'm really enjoying talking to everybody, and this. I hope we can do some more things. Not just a ritual. Maybe we can do some kind of like a chat or
Like a conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe start something on Zoom. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
Zoom is about to become a verb.
oh really?
I think so.
Huh.
I'm gonna go Zoom.
Yeah, I know. It's like before this, had anybody heard of Zoom? Because I had not heard of Zoom before. People started using it for online stuff. Because there's a Buddhist temple that does services on Zoom.
Yeah.
And so I had before I saw that I had no idea what it was. And the nice thing with it is you can have people interact as because that's the drawback to being here on YouTube is I'm reading y'all's comments and kind of talking back, but we have it's not quite as much real time interaction because y'all are having to type, and so if we can find someplace that we can talk more like real time, that would be great.
Ideally, it'd be nice if you could get somebody on like a prompter to read it for you.
Yeah, Zoom had been something for I think mostly used for work, for telecommuting, but now everybody's using it. So yeah. But okay.
TikTok they've been using for things.
No, I'm not doing TikTok for any reason because of the way they structure their background information.
Yeah, well,
and they basically sell your crap to the highest bidder or the lowest bidder, whichever one they had.
Well, the thing is, I think TikTok and I think teenagers posting, challenge videos and stuff like that. Of course, then again, I was before all of this, I was doing substitute teaching and having to get kids to not try to do YouTube challenge videos in the back of the classroom. It's like, look, the more kids you pile on top of each other, for this challenge, you're likely to hurt somebody, and the school is liable. So no, don't do it on your own time. So,
trying to cram as many people as you can in a phone booth. Yeah.
These kids wouldn't know what a phone booth is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, okay. Well, let's go ahead and we'll wrap up. We've definitely been enjoying the talking and the fellowship. This has been great, but we'll have to catch each other again next week. And again, if it's 7:00 and I'm still setting up, just check back. 7:20, 7:30. Usually we're getting underway. So it's pagan time. So we shall make the offerings endure. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Khafri. You come into being on the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great in need, endures. And I also ask that our love and our fellowship endure and continue to grow, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great in need. May it endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the shrine of Shanit in Yunu, endures. As the name of Osir, Kentia Mentiu, endures. As the name of Iset in Necheru, endures. The name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kemenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures likewise for eternity. And also, as Nebet Hut, because somebody did ask for some things for Nephthys or Nebet Hut, and let's get together next week, and I'll see if I can have some stuff for her. So, you have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Neith. You have come in peace, O Nurturer. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Neith, O Nurturer, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. It has been a blast. And I look forward to chatting with all of you again soon. Please don't be strangers. Let's see if we can meet back up, and you're welcome to leave more comments after we're done, and we'll see you soon. Okay.